I mean, none of us are perfect, you know, and these kids come with challenges that in most cases aren't their own fault. It's caused by the environment they were brought up in. So you help them work through that.
I think they're the same as any other child. They've just had different circumstances getting to where they're at. And it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and a little bit of love. Because a lot of these kids don't know what that means.
Bad days, well, yeah, just like any other kids, there's temper tantrums, there's things like that. I've had one child that decided he didn't want to be there, so he ran away. Well, not even 6 months later, he was asking the social worker, can I come back and live at the same house? So, you know, your own kids do some of the same things that foster kids do, so I mean, it's to be expected.
I think our first placement, a wonderful, you know, little kid that just needed some security at his, you know, very important time of his life. And you know, sure, we've had you know, ups and down challenges, but we've had those with our own sons. Yeah. So it's not, you know, it's called parenting.
Kids are kids, just need to be loved. I mean, and we really, affection, they're really demanding with attention sometimes, and I'm sure that comes from what they've been through, but no, they're all kids.
They're cute, they're needy. They appreciate, although they can get, and I don't think they get cross at us. I think they get upset because we can do what their parents can't, and that upsets them. Sometimes they get angry about that.
They can be abused, and not necessarily physically abused, but emotionally abused. A lot of the children are. So you need to, like Joanne said, you need to get that trust back. You need to get them to know that there's somebody that actually cares, that someone that's going to be there. And a lot of times their actions are just trying to get the attention from you, just to know, okay, if they do something bad, they're going to get your attention, whether it's negative or positive, and just treat it kind of like in a positive way. And you can, so they are different because they haven't had the same kind of start out in life like a lot of other children have. So you're kind of starting from the beginning again with them.
One little girl that we have, when we got her, her famous thing to ask me is, what was I like when I came here, Mommy? Because she was 14 months old, and I say to her, you were my screamer. Because it didn't matter if we were putting you to bed or anything. I said, she just screamed nonstop. She's not like that anymore, but we found out later on that she had 5 placements, so she was really insecure at the age of 14 months. So when we find that, it makes it a little bit easier, but she was a challenge, right?
And
She'd never know it now.
Self-esteem and self-concept is such a huge aspect in anyone's development and success. A lot of these kids come in with very little. So that's our job as foster parents, is to help them find the pieces that they need to develop those concepts.
I think they need to know that someone loves them, and they're testing you, just, you know, do I have your love? Yeah. So they keep testing and testing, and then, you know, the behavior kind of slows down because they, you know, I am secure here.
We've had some kids with a lot of behaviors, and people say, well, how can you love the one like that? But they're always lovable. It's just the behaviors need, and the behaviors do subside once you attend to their needs and everything else. So it's, they're just like normal kids.
It makes you look deep within yourself, and it makes you realize what some kids have to go through in this world. And it's sad, because a child doesn't really deserve that. It's out of their control.